I watched Bound by Honor, and I need somebody to talk to. Jade here. I went into this curious. This was based on the best selling book by Cora Riley, so it clearly has a massive fan base. I wanted to see what all the noise was about. And wow, this is a deep dive into a very specific, intense mafia world. It is strictly R rated, so keep that in mind. If you're looking for a lighthearted romance, take a seat, because this is a wild one. So let's go into the world of the mafia. Meet Aria Scuderi. She just turned 18. Her reality shifts immediately when she's caught up in a high-stakes arranged marriage with Luca Vitiello. Her father, who views his daughters as nothing more than a business transaction, gives her a simple ultimatum. Marry Luca, or her baby sister Gina ends up being engaged and marries him a few years later. What a great dad! You just gotta love this guy. Aria chooses to protect her sister, and that choice sets the tone for everything that follows. Then I learn about the Vitiello family motto: I vow I will enter alive and I will leave dead. Wow, that's harsh. Am I right? It sets the standards for how seriously they take their world. Aria is thrust into a life she's totally unprepared for, and the story really focuses on the sheer weight of that sacrifice and the fact that Aria wants love involved in all of this. So they get married. We get what is meant to be the wedding night, but there is so much pressure surrounding them that Luca goes about staging the whole consummation, essentially choreographing it for their families waiting outside the door. Why? Because Luca states many times that he's not that type of man that will take a woman by force. He may be a monster, but he's not that type. Now look, as the microdrama goes on, they start to do some sexual stuff, but they don't really get into it until the hot tub scene. That's when Luca finally takes Aria's first time. Of course, there's a build up towards it, like the fact that after their wedding and everything, and they haven't done it yet, a cheating aspect comes into play because, well, Luca said he would get his pleasure elsewhere, which brings up that classic frustrating double standard. And don't get me started on Grace. She thinks she's Luca's choice, but Luca makes it clear no one touches Aria, and he considers her to be the most beautiful woman in the world. He is hyper possessive. It's not just about her, it's about his territory, and Aria is a part of it. The stakes get higher with Frankie, Luca's cousin, when he tries to drug Aria. A huge, unforgivable mistake. He finds out the hard way that you don't touch Luca's wife. Luca takes care of the situation, and it's a brutal reminder of the world they live in. I just don't understand how Aria can just deal with this stuff. I mean, I get it. She's in the mafia herself, but the way they portrayed her was that not only did she just turn 18, but she's completely innocent. Like, she's never had a boyfriend. She's never had a first kiss. Again, she's never done it. Like, she's too sheltered. Oh, there we go, sheltered. Never mind. She has never fully been out into the real world. Okay, that explains what's going to be happening soon. They give us a bit of a backstory on Luca. Important to note, we don't see how he's raised. He just tells us about his upbringing, the weight of his father's expectations, and the tragedy with his mother taking her life. It's meant to explain why the way he is. By the end of that conversation, Aria has to navigate a very complex set of feelings. This was about survival for him. Love is just completely foreign to Luca. but Arya is there to learn along the way about love. The final act is pure chaos. Whether it's Arya's school friend Benny or a random mugger, Luca reacts with extreme force. It's violent, it's possessive, and it's a lot. Then a war breaks out with the Russians. Arya gets kidnapped, and while she's trapped, Luca comes to save the day. But I'm sure the real reason you're all really here is the love confession that happens near the end. It's the emotional climax that ties the whole thing together. And if you're a fan of this book, you know that's the moment the whole story has been building up to. Look, I'm being honest. I like romance, but this isn't my type of genre. It was a very dark, intense story, and it definitely challenged me as a viewer. However, I totally get why this is a bestseller. If you love that high stakes, ride or die mafia intensity, this is exactly what you're looking for. It's a wild, unapologetic ride. And if you think this was the end of the journey, think again. I'm already deep into the sequel, Bound by Love, because honestly, I have to see how this all unfolds. I'm going back into the belly of the beast. Wish me luck. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see me struggle to get through the sequel, just as I struggled to get through this one. I'll see you in the next one.